afternoon and welcome to Audiotree Live. Today is Tuesday, June 18th, 2019. We're so excited to have in the studio with us Wilder Maker. Whenever you're ready.
Boxes in the room had a blank mild look, like no one had ever conned the landlord out of $1,000 with a sick cat and a vet bill made the poor bastard cry. Cracked a 9 a.m. beer, regular like going to work, fled a month's rent to Mexico, battled the demon bed bug. Closer to God. Every day I get closer to God. Closer to God. Every day I get closer to God. Me and the cat went way back, got me in bed, trying not to hear the sticky breath. It finally floating up to the other place, thank God. When the bed would tell her she'd be purring. Desperate love, no one to give it to. Just when I had forgotten I was alone. Closer to God. Every day I get closer to God. Closer to God. Every day I get ever closer to God. Father Lou, he looked strung out and stubbled. I remembered when we met. Well, he was walking across the college lawn, a baby blue bathrobe on, birds perched on his fingers, but the city does things to you. Well, the day was endless and nameless. A Boonwell day, as Cow would say, it was cold cans at dusk. When the movers called to say, hey, closer to God. Every day I get closer to God. Closer to God. Every day I get closer to God. The new place was a canvas and we were a brush heavy with paint, but somebody's shit was in the freight elevator. Well, I found him down the hall, frowning at couches like a couple Van Goghs. They turned their matching glasses in their functional love. Closer to God. Every day I get closer to God. Closer to God. Every day I get ever closer. The lovers turn to you. The lovers say no. blankets on the roof fuss and the women in a swarm of desires. Freed by sweating madness, hands crept messengers under a cloth. The stars drunk and pissing light all over New York. I was 25 years old, closer to God. Every day I get closer to God. Closer to God. Every day I get ever closer to God.
Starts falling through your eyes again.
watching Audiotree Live. We're in the studio with Wilder Maker. Thanks so much for coming on. We really appreciate it. And when I was looking into the band and everything, there is a lot of different types of music going on. Gabe, you're also in an Ethiopian-based band that you play saxophone in. Your other bassist is in a metal band. You're all in these other projects.
Yeah.
How does all those types of subgenres and all those different types of music influence the songwriting process for this project?
Yeah, I mean, a lot. It does quite a bit. So the Ethiopian band I play in is called Debo Band, and I've spent a bunch of time touring with them, and that music definitely has influenced the writing in Wilder Maker. And also just I played a lot of festivals with them outside where we would be playing in the middle of the afternoon and people are like on a grassy lawn drinking beer and hanging out. And it made me think about the music that I was writing and the function of it. And I wanted to make music that would both function as like emotional, cathartic music for people, which is what I was sort of writing before, but also be music that you could happily sit in the afternoon and drink beer to and like not hear the lyrics maybe too easily, but just like feel really good.
Good vibes all around, yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Zion is me trying to walk the line between those two things. So Debo Band was definitely, in the bands that we played with, we play a lot of world music festivals and things. Definitely a big influence on that.
Yeah, I feel like too some of the other songs that you're playing kind of have some really wonky time signatures, and I feel like that's kind of a tribute to that kind of style of music as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of triplet based stuff in the Ethiopian music, and so I definitely was thinking about that when I was writing Cocaine Man and Women Dancing, which we're gonna play Cocaine Man in a bit. The metric switching that we do is not something that is done in the same way in the Ethiopian music, but but it definitely that like triplet rhythm where it's just like a one every beat kind of is something that I really love about that music, and I was definitely interested in playing with. Yeah,
and I think it's funny that when I was there's an article from Fader that says it's kind of like old fashioned but modern, and I feel that kind of you don't really see it in this style of music that kind of makes it like, oh, it's kind of modern, but I feel it's I kind of chuckled a little bit because I'm like, these are all like old fashioned. No matter how you look at it, like, how do you guys kind of like address that when you're like, oh, I guess we're kind of putting a modern twist on it, but it's really just combining a bunch of older styles together.
Right. Well, so is every form of music. Pretty much. I mean, I would love to I want to feel relevant and modern in what I do. I want it to mean something to people who are alive in 2019. And I also love guitar music, and I like a lot of things that are considered old-fashioned. I find them very beautiful, and some of my favorite songs are 50 years old or more. And at a certain point, you just have to be honest with yourself about what you genuinely love and what you want to make. And I think that if you do that, people will respond to it. And of course, like, I listen to tons of contemporary music. There's lots of contemporary stuff that slips in here too. I mean, I know that I always think of this example, but when we were recording a track a few years ago, there was like a trick Sean used where he dropped the beat on the downbeat of the measure, which was something that he was like lifting from a J Dilla beat. So it's like, it's in there. It's just not as obvious since we're playing guitar rock.
Sure, yeah. Well, we think it's beautiful too. So
Thanks.
Whenever you're ready, do we want to get into the next couple of songs?
Sure, yeah, no problem.
Awesome.
out teeth. Across the table on his knife, like an angel in the steam. Reached out through the dream I was caught in, first to wake me in a year. The light pours down, it calls you out. Who are you now? I found a friend in the couch and I sat down to sweat it out. Every day I felt the void underneath me, but I didn't look down. I tightened my grip on the subway pole, on the soft liquor pages, on the shower of light from the rose room windows, on my fellows' failures. To do anything well is an act of love, and I needed love to save my life. I cut the cable to the world and its hatred of the lonely. And while the darkness fell on me town banks, the light came on beside me. The light pours down, it calls you out. Found a friend in the couch and I sat down to wait it out. Every day I felt the void underneath me, but I didn't look down. I tightened my grip on the subway pole, on the soft liquor pages. There in the rose room among all the old glory of New York, among all the people with no other warm place they could go. I set out to save my life. 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 taxidermy eye. And cow smoked a bud with that nervous grace. Makes you feel the light on your skin. Well, I said the one thing I fear is growing better. What if you gave all you have and the world applies? There's blood in being hated. Goddamn, I wanted to be hated. I wanted to be embraced or screamed at or fucked senseless. But the clock kept dreaming on. I wasted such a long time coming back to you. You, December, your cruel month. I loved you so. To throw a punching and stand in the growing silence, just like a pond ripples after a storm. My stubble just visible in the yard light. A man drinking history alone. I wanted to watch her mouth move against the pillow. Because that's the truest way I've been wanted. And a body consumes, tells no lies. I wanted to have ice cold mercy of a beer in a city far away. Get into the car, drive out of the shot, and the next shot someone else. But I just bummed the drag cause the red flare. And the slow exhale were the only dignity that I could find. You, December, your cruel month. I loved you so.
You're watching Audiotree Live. We're in the studio with Wilder Maker. And Zion, the last full length, is about to turn 1 in July. Congratulations on that. And you just put out a 2-song single for Love So Well and Rose Room. When I was looking at a previous interview for Zion, you said you wrote the lyrics separate from the music.
Yeah.
Did you do something similar with these 2 songs? Was it a similar writing process to Zion, or did you try anything new?
Rose Room was written as part of the group of songs that is on Zion. It didn't make the record, but I still like it a lot, so
Nice.
I wanted to put it out. I don't want to call it a B-side because I feel like that's an insult to it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
right.
It's not like a cast-off. It's just the records are, only so long. There's only
Yeah.
so much music you can put on an LP. Yeah, so Rose Room is definitely in that style. Love So Well is a little bit different. Those lyrics were written more in conjunction with writing the melody and writing the song. Although that song is one of those that a lot of different pieces of it kicked around for a long time before it finally fell into place.
Okay. Do you feel like after kind of trying out that writing style, you're going to do that for future works, or is it just going to be, is it subject matter based? Is it like, what kind of prompted that to begin with of separating those?
It was sort of an experiment. I was doing an artist residency where I had like several weeks just alone to write music, and so I tried a lot of stuff.
Oh, nice, yeah.
And that style gradually evolved during that residency, and I got really into it. I felt that in songs where the lyrics are sort of written into the melody very closely, it's very easy to lie. You kind of want to lie. You want to just like tie everything up and make it really neat, and have like a little bow of meaning at the end of it.
Yeah.
But that's not really how I experience the world, and I don't really want to write songs that don't jive with how I experience the world. So I found that writing the lyrics separately was a way to get around that.
Nice.
Yeah, and also I listened to Bob Dylan Desire a lot around that time, and also Dr. John Grigri, and both of those, the lyrics are just like, they just fit whatever the hell they want to fit in there.
Yeah,
They don't care.
The
Melody.
cadence and the melody,
Who cares?
we'll figure it out.
Sometimes
yeah.
it's like fun. It's so awkward. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
There's a few lines on Hurricane that are just funny because
They're
it's he like just jams the words in there
Yeah.
so awkwardly, but it works.
Right. So aside from kind of like Bob Dylan and other like musical influences when you're writing, I know you're all kind of really big fans of books and literature.
Yeah.
When you're writing, is there kind of a go-to author, or even on the road, is there like a go-to author or genre of literature that really just speaks to you if you're writing or just for leisure?
There's a poet named Frank Stanford that I really, really love, and I often read him right before I want to write lyrics. He has this poem called The Battlefield Where the Moon Says I Love You. That's just like 500 pages of poem with no punctuation. It's insane. And it's amazing. It's full of like, it's easy to read. It doesn't all make sense, when you read
Kind
it
of like
through.
stream of consciousness.
But
just
it's
going.
like folk story. He's from Arkansas, so it's like storytelling from when he was a kid mixed in with really weird poetic stuff and just like fantasies, and it's incredible. It's so inventive. So I love reading that when I write words because it makes me feel really free.
Nice.
And I also have been really into reading Rachel Cusk right now.
Okay.
And I was really into the Carla V. Nausgaard, My Struggle books. I'd like books where people write sort of about mundane daily experiences and tie those into really euphoric big emotions, because that's how I feel like I experience things. It's like mostly mundane bullshit, but then somehow those moments of like transcendence are all connected to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very powerful. Do you think after this 2-song single, later this year or in the works, is there already another record? Are you kind of just really finishing up the promotion for Zion and focusing on Zion and the 2-song single before you start going back to the studio, or is there kind of already something in the works?
Well, there's another 2 songs from the same sort of song universe that are going to come out in the fall.
Oh, okay, nice.
Just to wrap it up. And then I've written a lot of stuff that will be on the next record, but we're still kind of hashing out what will make it and what won't, and how we're going to record it. And Nick is also on tour with Baroness for a really long time, so I'm hoping that the next LP will come out next year. That's the plan right now.
Great.
Yeah.
We'll definitely be on the lookout for the next 2-song single in the fall. But whenever you're ready, let's get into the last song.
Yeah, sure.
so well. I'm leaving, but can I breathe in the filth and keep believing the highway lines sprawl across it? Oh, it's so high on the wind of the end of all things, the end of all things, the end of all things that refuse to change. And I have seen the likeness blooming in foreign fields on a screen, and I have nothing. Your mouth at work and some new laughter. Your eyes a childhood home filled with strangers, filled with strangers. We are strangers, but it's all right now. As the light falls from my face, all my history is outpaced. I find a new peace of mind. Headlights start to dot the lanes. I could be anyone I am. My future with my hands. I am no one now. Over and over now, like the hand you run through your hair. The visions return each time I close my eyes. You're there. I hope that the night holds you up to the depths headiness you see. Every part of you that was a part of me. So lie on the wind of the end of all things, the end of all things. I was crying, but I'm all right now.
You're watching Audiotree Live. We've been in the studio with Wilder Maker. Definitely check out their latest 2-song single that's available now, as well as their latest LP entitled Zion. They're finishing up their June tour date, so check them out tonight in Milwaukee, and then in Louisville, and then Rochester, and finishing up the June tour in Ridgewood, New York. Big thanks to all the awesome people here in the studio, sound engineers, camera lighting crew, you the viewers. Guys, thank you so much for spending your days with us and performing. We really appreciate it. Definitely check this session out and others on Apple Music, Spotify, iTunes, Bandcamp, and anywhere else you stream or purchase music. From all of us here at Audiotree Live, connect with us or the band if you want to, and have a good day, night, evening, whenever you're watching this or watching it now, and we'll catch you next time.
All right, so you guys want to do it for real now?